As with that, we are live and ready to go here for game 2 of 3 here in the Carroll Invitational Triple Header here on the Charger Sports Network. We welcome everybody inside. Carson Beeman joined here by Owen McFadden and the rest of our crew as we got one of the best matchups you'll find all day. Carroll taking on against HSE.
Yeah, a good game coming up here as my mic. I believe my mic is working.
Yeah, it is. I hear.
Good game coming up here as Carroll faced a tough team in the Woodland Warriors last night live on the Charger Sports Network, but able to take away a win there where they won by 6 runs, really due to the pitching of number 12, Taylor Danley, who is also in the circle here for this game, so should be a good one coming up.
Carroll winners of their last 7. Their last loss coming 14 days ago, a loss against Western, and since then they've been on a tear with some great wins in that stretch. Of course, beating Homestead here last week. And then, of course, as you said, on that great win against Woodland last night. So a Carroll team that is looking to attend their 3rd straight semi-state in a row and trying to break through that ceiling. They, of course, played the team that knocked them out the last 2 years in the HSE Royals, a game where they lost 2-0 last year. As we are up and ready to go, Richmond at the plate, and it's Taylor Danley, the star pitcher on this Carroll team, the ace, trying to get through. As with that, we are ready to go as that one's in the dirt for ball 1.
Yeah, Danley really had a great night last night for the Carroll Chargers. Really the reason they beat such a tough Woodland team with only 3 losses on the season, now 4, but has an ERA just sitting right around 1. So one of the premier pitchers in the state and really going to have to step it up today against a tough HSC team.
Yeah, this is a Carroll team from last year that's returning basically all of their pitching from last season and has really only improved offensively since then. It's a 1-2 count now by Richmond, the leadoff hitter for the Royals. A team, of course, always with a lot of talent year in and year out. Richmond hitting .425 this season. 4 home runs, 3 triples, and 2 doubles. As a 1-2 up high, they check. And they're going to ring her up. They said she went around, so a good start for Danley getting off the leadoff.
Yeah, Danley trying to get off to a good start like she did last night against Woodland, as was really a strikeout machine in those first couple of innings last night and trying to do the same thing early here.
So that'll bring up the second batter. Good strike there. Fair now up to hit. So 0-1 count here. Danley trying to get everything under control. It's been pounding the zone so far. That one's up high. Wind blowing as it did earlier in the game. We saw a home run by HSC. As hefty swing and a miss, and it's 2 strikeouts already for Danley.
Yeah, and Danley just a really good strikeout pitcher. Does not really rely on contact. Likes to just blow the ball past her opponents there, and that one high gets a swing and a miss for the 2nd K of the day.
So she'll get back in as up against right, the designated player today. Danley, numerous double-digit strikeout games. She has 6 of them in her starts this season. Getting one last night against Woodland, a 10 strikeout day, only allowing 6 hits, 1 earned run, and 3 runs in total. So it's a 1-1 count. That one's just outside. But in half of her starts this season, double digits in the strikeout column, and she has an opportunity for another one here. It's 2-2.
Yeah, 2 straight strikeouts to start the inning, and a 2-2 count has a chance to not only end the top of the first, but get 3 straight strikeouts here for the junior pitcher.
So here's the 2-2 up high. Full count. Right, hitting 333 on the season. Across 17 appearances at the plate. So one of the more inexperienced players on this team, and Danley able to strike out the side to begin the game. Carroll up to hit coming up next here on the Charger Sports Network. So that'll bring up the Charger order here to start off the bottom of the first. Got a tough task ahead of him. Gracie Swidarski, the starting pitcher here, one of the best in the state. The future Virginia Tech Hokie coming into this one. A .62 ERA on 16 appearances and 90 innings. Has only given up 8 earned, so Taylor Danley able to take care of business last time around. Struck out the side, but this is a Carroll team that's going to need to get the bats working early.
Yeah, and both pitchers here just really some of the premier pitchers in the state of Indiana. So it's going to be heavily reliant here on which team can get the bats going first.
As that one's checked. Good check there by P, the leadoff hitter. 2-0. Lineup for the Chargers. P, Kinsey, and Danley will start us off. Then Patterson, Kirkpatrick, Rapson, and then Lotta, Schultz, and Bontempo to end the order. As great pitch. Good movement on that one. It's a 2-1. Swidarski has not allowed an earned run in the last 16 innings that she's pitched in. As that one's up high, though. P, good patience at the plate, has yet to swing at one here. 3-1. Wind definitely a factor in this one. About 20 mile per hour blowing towards the right outfield. Carroll team that likes to hit a lot towards the outfield could prove beneficial for them. A team that has hit the most home runs out of any Carroll softball team in the past. As it's a full count early on here. P able to foul that one off to stay alive.
Yes, Radarski, 5th in the state for strikeouts with 174, has a chance to try and add to her collection here with P in a full count.
As she's able to hit that one. Going to be a close play to be made, and it's a good scoop there by the second baseman, Farrah, for out number 1.
Yeah, unfortunately, just weak contact on that one, and the plate able to be made at first, so P not able to get there in time, so the first out here in the bottom of the first for the Royals.
So Kinsey now coming up at 333 hitter this season, has stayed in that 2 spot for a lot of the season this year. As one away here after a good battle between Swidarski and P. That one's cut on and missed. 0-1. HSE taking care of business against South Bend St. Joe just about 30 minutes ago. A 13-0 win. That ball breaking foul is going to drop. So it's going to be an 0-2. So Swidarski trying to get 2 away quick here. She delivers. And that ball is hit, and it's going to be popped out to the first baseman, Valentina, for 2 away.
Yeah, just unfortunate contact there. But Swidarski so good at drawing the weak contact there, as that one just off the bottom of the bat, able to be caught for the second out.
Yeah, Swidarski, a big strikeout pitcher, 174 Ks across 90 innings of work. And that one's going to break through the infield, so Danley with the 2-out single.
Yeah, Danley really solid last night from, of course, the circle, but also batting as well. And good start to this game for her as she's able to reach first base.
So Patterson now coming up. Carroll gets the first hit of the ball game off of Swidarski.
The courtesy runner for the Chargers is number 5.
Yes, I mean, getting anything could be big here. Sylvie comes in as a pinch runner for the pitcher, Danley. Swidarski, only 38 hits allowed across 90 innings, has had a lot of great performances this year. That's good take there by Sylvie outside. Had a one-hit performance against Pendleton Heights back on the second. 7 innings pitch, only 1 hit allowed for Swidarski in a 5-0 win. 2-0 count now for Patterson. And that one's in for strike 1.
Yeah, good pitch there, that one. Closer inside towards the batter. There's a 2-1 count with 2 outs. Here's Patterson up in the count here, trying to work it into more of her favor here, Swidarski.
And a good riser there. It's a 2-2. They go to check Sylvie. She comes in. But, I mean, just the movement on the pitch is really showing off here by Swidarski, showing why she's going to be a future Hokie. Hokies, who I believe just advanced to the regionals in the postseason. As that one skied away will go foul. As it'll be 2-2.
Yeah, and this game probably going to be very defensively oriented just because of the pitchers you have in the circle. Each run really going to be magnified here today.
That one's fouled away just to stay alive. Patterson. Carroll's done a good job getting the bat on the ball, though. And with the way the wind is going, that's going to be very beneficial for the Chargers. But they've yet to really lace the ball up, though. A lot of it's been soft contact. Patterson, once again, fouling off again, stays 2-2.
Yeah, good battle here by Patterson as she stays alive here in the 2-2 count. Swidarski just trying to put her away here to end the first inning.
Good battle here between the cleanup hitter and Swidarski. The 2-2 fouled away again.
And as you said, it is a good sign here that the Chargers are able to get contact on the bat just because of Swidarski's strikeout potential. Really more of a strikeout pitcher, not a heavy contact pitcher.
8th pitch of the at-bat, make it 9 coming up. 4th straight foul ball. Another 2-2. That one is going to cut out of play again. So the 10th pitch of the at-bat now to Patterson, having a good battle with Swidarski. It's been 2-2, 5 straight foul balls now.
Yeah, you just think something's got to give here as Patterson's getting contact on it, but unfortunately has not seen one drop, and Swiderski still trying to find the strikeout.
We'll see if she goes outside this time. That ball fouled off again. And just getting contact here so far. Pitch 11 now coming. It's been 2-2 for the majority of the time. She hits that one. That one will be in play, and it's going to be caught by the right fielder. So the battle ends up with Swiderski winning, but score remains 0-all as we head to the second. As that'll bring us back to the top of the second. We take a look at Taylor Danley. Struck out the side her last time around as she'll face off against Valentina, the cleanup hitter. She fouls that one away. That's Valenta, first baseman.
Just a bad swing and a miss there by Valenta. That one always rising there, but still opted to swing for it. So a quick 0-2 count here for Valenta.
Valenta, a 3 or 4 hitter. As it's 4 strikeouts to start out for Danley.
Yeah, Danley really picking up where she left off last night. Has been pretty much as good as you can get here to start off this game. 4 batters faced, 4 strikeouts.
All gas on that one, just powering through with the fastball as Burdick now comes up. An HSE lineup coming into this one, hitting .288 on the season. That ball's inside. Team that averages only 5 strikeouts a game already has 4. But it's 2-0 here early on in the count. That one going foul.
Yeah, weak contact, and that one nearly snuck up third base line, but we'll go foul. Not enough on that one, but a 2-1 count here for Danley, so pitching from behind. Rare occurrence here so far.
Yeah, definitely big if you can keep the ball out of play. That one's going to go to left field, and it's going to be gone. And that's a way to break through. It's a home run by Burdick. As I was saying, that one going against the wind to left field, and HSE with the 1-0 lead.
Yeah, Burdick there just doing such a good job to break Danley's strikeout streak there. As Burdick with 1 home run on the season, able to add another one as the wind definitely helping that one travel back and out of the park.
Yeah, I was going to say, windy day going out to the outfield. If you can get a hold of one, it's going to be rough. And the thing with Danley is that it's good to be a power pitcher, but if your opponent gets a hold on it, it could mean rough things. So HSC with the big break there, trying to swing momentum back in their favor. It's a 1-0 lead as swing and a miss there by Lee.
Yeah, and as I was saying earlier, each run probably going to be very important in this game just because of the 2 great pitchers you have in the circle. So that one, a big run as HSC takes the lead.
Yeah, and that was really the first time that HSC was ahead in the count, and it really worked in their favor, forcing Danley to play more in the zone. Down 0-2 here, and it's another strikeout as Danley tries to get back on track, as her first 5 outs all coming from K's.
Yeah, good response there by Danley immediately after their home run, able to get yet again another strikeout, and will look to do so here with Pricker coming up to the plate.
Bricker, 385 hitter on the season. An HSC team with 8 home runs coming into today. And 4 of those coming from Richmond, who is a leadoff hitter. As 0-2 once again, so Danley doing a good job getting ahead in counts early. Oh, 2, and it's 6 outs and 6 strikeouts for Danley. But the home run comes up big here. HSE leading 1-0 as we head to the bottom of the second. So Rapson was Danley with 6 strikeouts out of the 7 batters faced, but gave up a home run against Burdick as HSC leads 1-0. So a great start for Danley, but just left one over the plate, and now Carroll's going to need to get something here. Run's going to be at the premium here in this pitcher's duel, as we've seen already. It's Kirkpatrick. That one's inside. Swidarski able to get the first 2 gone, allowed a single to Danley, and then Patterson flew out to end the first.
Yeah, just unfortunate because Danley's pretty much been perfect besides that Burdick at bat where she went behind and gave up a home run.
As a ball has yet to be fielded by a Carroll defenseman. So far, everything's either been a strikeout or a home run. 1-1 count. Kirkpatrick. Heavy swing and a miss there. Kirkpatrick leading the team in second on the team in home runs, coming into this one with 4. Up there on the leaderboard for all time for a Carroll player. The 1-2 by Swidarski, and he gets her looking. She gets her looking.
Yeah, and just unfortunate there for Kirkpatrick as that one traveling inside towards the batter, but opts not to swing and gets caught looking there as Swidarski with the strikeout.
So Rapson now heads up to the plate. As swing and a miss there on the outside ball. Carroll yet to really put a ball out in the outfield. Everything's really been just soft contact as Rapson finds herself down 0-2. Lotta on deck. As it's back-to-back strikeouts to begin inning number 2 for Swidarski.
Yeah, and Swidarski looking more like her usual self here in the second inning, as a lot of contact in that first inning, especially with the battle with Patterson, but so far in the second, 2 batters faced, 2 strikeouts.
Able to get Rapson on 2 outside pitches there. Lotta now coming up to the plate. As strike one. As Swiderski also doing a good job getting ahead in counts. As the 0-1 swung on and missed. Swiderski trying to strike out the side here. One strike away from doing so.
Yeah, and it's a similar performance to Danley in that first inning where was just blowing balls past her opponent, and chance here.
As he gets her looking, it's a strikeout filled second inning as we head to the third. HSE with the 1-run lead. So HSC now heading up to the plate that entire second inning on both sides. All of the outs coming via strikeout. Danley with 6 strikeouts already today. Has really only made one mistake today, and that was a home run with a ball over the plate to Burdick. But Cypher and the center fielder trying to hit and run here. Cypher line leaves that one over the plate. 1-1. Cypher line trying to use her speed here. Hacks and misses on that one. It's 1-2. The 1-2 up high.
Dude, get me on the coaching staff. I'll pull up in a suit every game. I'll start barking out orders.
As just able to get a piece on that one. Danley targeting the outside of the zone here. Doing a good job here early. As if she can get the outside to hang, especially on the hit and run, it's going to be very hard for Cypherland to really get any contact off it. She's going to go tie her shoe here.
I just love that description, hit and run. I mean, that's what a funny thing.
As 2-2. It's fouled away.
Can't be jolly on broadcast. Sorry, all right. And a 2-2 count here.
Okay. 2-2. That one is going to be caught looking as it's the 7th strikeout already for Danley.
Yeah, and Danley, as you said, pretty much perfect except that home run given up. But unfortunately, that is the difference so far through 2 innings. As you see on the replay here, another one going to be caught looking as
Hanging on the corner, Royal showing bunt. That one will pop up foul. Danley going to work here. Every single out so far coming via the K. As that's a heavy swing and a misses. It's 0-2. As she winds up. That one fouled away. Ouch. So Smith still battling the left fielder in the 9-hole. High and away. As that one, good contact but fouled out. As another 1-2. That one just outside. Good battle here between Smith and Danley. Danley targeting that outside of the zone has done well for her so far, but HSE being a bit more patient here as it's another strikeout. It's 8 now for Danley.
Yeah, and it's just been such a strikeout-oriented game, and Danley so good at that there as you see a replay here. Don't think she ever comes around there. It's just did not think that one was going to fall in the zone, so 2 outs here for Danley.
Back-to-back strikeouts looking. Richmond gonna hit that one into play, and it's caught by the outfield as Stanley continuing to work here. HSE still leads 1-0 on the Charger Sports Network. Back to the Carroll lineup here as Swiderski able to strike out the side last time around as Schultz, now the 8-hitter, steps up to the plate. As it's been a pitcher's duel so far. 1 hit allowed for both players. It's just one was more costly than the other, the home run by Burdick back in the second. Swiderski gave up a single with 2 outs in the first to Danley. Caught on and missed, 0-2 now for Schultz.
Schultz batting .303 here, but in a tough situation immediately in an 0-2 count after Swiderski in the second inning had 3 straight Ks, so trying to continue the strikeout streak here.
As that's thrown in, and it's 4 straight strikeouts for Swiderski.
Yeah, just a lot of strikeouts looking here in the last 2 innings, really on both sides as you see this one delivered in by Swiderski. Schultz just opting not to swing on it, and that one, yet another strikeout there.
So Bontempo, the 9-hitter, will now try to defend the plate up high. But Swiderski doing a good job. Both pitchers really doing a good job getting ahead in the count. That one in there on the corner. Both pitchers doing a great job with their accuracies. Has attacked the outside line. It's worked out well. 1-1 down low.
Yeah, Montempo had a good day yesterday from a batting perspective. Of course, had 2 singles in the 9-3 win against Woodland, but of course facing a much tougher pitcher here in Swiderski.
That's good take there. It's a 3-1 count for Bontempo here.
Yeah, Bontempo possibly trying to work the first walk of the day, I believe, for either team in a 3-1 count.
As that's thrown in, good movement there, and we're at a full count. Swiderski, only 13 walks allowed across 90 innings of work, and she's able to come back from the 3-1 and strike out Bontempo.
Yeah, Bontempo there just with a late swing as almost another strikeout looking, and Unfortunately, Bontempo read the ball too late, opted to swing, but by then it was already set and done there, as you see.
As 13 of the 17 outs coming from the way of the K between both of these teams. As not a lot has been put in play yet. As HSE keeps the 1-0 lead, 1-0 count, that one just outside, 2-0. Carroll doing a better job getting ahead of the count here, but they're going to have to find a way to get contact. They did a good job of that in the first, have not really done it since. As they do hit it that time, it breaks foul for Alexis P., who grounded out back in the third. Up high, so back-to-back 3-1 counts Carroll was able to force. But when Swiderski's been forced to go in the zone, she's been pretty efficient. That one fouled away, and it's back-to-back full counts now.
Yes, Swiderski just good, as you said, when she ends up behind an account, which is not often, is really good at bringing the count back in her favor, or at least giving herself a chance here with the full count. Another strikeout possibly coming here for Swiderski.
The payoff pitch, and it's going to be a 2-out walk for P.
Yeah, so the first walk of the day for either teams is that one just outside the zone. So the Chargers, with 2 outs, have a base runner at first.
So Kinsey now up at the plate, popped up, foul to the first baseman back in the first. But if she can get on base here and get it to Danley, who's been Carroll's most effective hitter here of the season, they could be in for good work, and that's what's going to happen. It's a 2-out single for Kinsey.
Yeah, not great contact on that one by Kinsey, but it's able to sneak up by second base there, as you see a replay on this one. Just right past Swiderski. Shortstop could not get to that one in time. So runners at first and second for the Chargers as they look to start a 2-out rally.
Getting just enough to get by Richmond, and now Danley, the pitcher, coming up, trying to give herself some support. Leading the team in batting average this season alongside home runs. She has 5 of them this year. 19 RBIs as well, leading the team. So really Carroll's best hitter here. Has already done a phenomenal job at the circle, but trying to get some support here. That one's fouled into the stands as she's down 0-2.
Yeah, an 0-2 count, really exactly what Swiderski wants here with 2 outs and trying to get out of the runners on first and second. But Danley, as you said, such a good hitter, going to be a great battle here.
As that one is going to just be fouled, just barely. As third baseman Burdick just couldn't get to it in time. First time we've seen runner in scoring positions for either of these teams. As the 0-2 once again for Danley. As it's a swing and a miss, and it's 6 strikeouts here for Swiderski. As we head to the 4th, score remains 1-0 for the Royals. As Taylor Danley comes back into work, 8 of her 9 outs coming via strikeout, but she finds herself trailing as it's the heart of the order now for the Royals. Fair right and Valenta. That's thrown in for strike 1. Both pitchers so far putting in efficient work. That ball is hit out to the outfield, and it's going to be caught for a quick out 1 by Schultz. So Wright comes up. Has good contact there, but just not enough. High and away. One 0. Good fastball there. Fouled back. It's another 1-2 count now.
Yeah, an opportunity here for Danley to get another strikeout on the day as one away here in the top of the 4th as the Royals still lead 1-0 here. That home run really being the only thing here different.
As it's strikeout number 9 now for Danley.
Yeah, Danley there again just continuing to show off her pitching ability. There's that one. Gets a swing and a miss there from the Royals, so it's going to be Valenta up to bat.
So Valenta also striking out first time around. That one thrown in the zone. That's another swing and a miss. Danley shoving here so far. Fastball being very effective. As the 0-2, Danley has 10 Ks through 4. We head to the bottom of the 4th here on the CSN. So it's Patterson, Kirkpatrick, and Rapson up to hit for the Chargers as both pitchers doing a good job here so far, but Carroll's going to need to find some offense. As batters 4 through 9 here have yet to score a hit off of Swidarski, and only one of them was able to really make contact. As it was Patterson flew out in the first. Everybody else has been strikeouts from 5 through 9. As she's able to break that one out into the outfield as it's the first hit with no outs on the scoreboard for the day.
Yeah, good job there by Patterson as that one's able to drop in between the left fielder and the center fielder there as Chargers need to answer back down 1-0 here and a good start with the leadoff single.
Very much so. Every other base runner coming on with 2 outs for the Chargers in this game. So Kirkpatrick's going to come up now. One of the best power hitters on this team. Trying to get back on track with her bat. Heavy swing and a miss there. Kirkpatrick hitting .344 on the season. As they're checking out Patterson, looking like she got dirt in her eye as she gets back on first base. 0-1 count for Kirkpatrick. As huge swing and a miss there, 0-2.
Yeah, not a favorable count here for Kirkpatrick as Swiderski loves the 0-2 count here, trying to add to her strikeout collection so far here today.
Her last 6 outs coming via strikeout, and she's able to form another one away. 17 strikeouts combined by the two pitchers here today as Rapson now heads up. Struck out in the second as Swiderski was able to retire the side via strikeout. As she gets the end of the bat on that one, fouled away. Oh, 1, another soft contact there. So 0-2 count again. Swiderski trying to go for back-to-back strikeouts.
Yeah, just a hard position when your batters are constantly in 0-2 counts. Just really gives Swiderski the upper hand.
As it's another strikeout, number 8 now on the day for Swiderski, back-to-back.
Yeah, and as I said, the leadoff single was a good sign, but back-to-back strikeouts from Swiderski here is a good response from the Royal pitcher here as the Chargers still behind 1-0.
There's a big swing and a miss there. A lot of also striking out in the second. More Ks today than a dry texter as Swiderski in flow state right now. As another 0-2 count. Swiderski trying to get 3 straight strikeouts. Trying to get 3 straight strikeouts. That one just upstairs. Good take. Both pitchers having themselves a day midway through this one. As that one with good contact breaking to right field as it's going to go foul.
Yeah, it's probably the best hit ball today by the Carroll Chargers, just with the contact on that one. As unfortunately it will go foul, but Chargers need more hits like that where they are threatening, as oftentimes they either just tip it back towards the fence or swing and miss.
7 different players on this team with home runs. All it takes is one swing of a bat here in a 1-0 game. It won't be there, though. 19 combined strikeouts. Patterson gets stranded at first. We head to the 5th. So both pitchers having big control of the day here. Burdick the only one to touch Danley so far. Burdick responsible for the only runner on in this game, and it was a homer back in the second. That one's thrown in 1-1. Was able to get ahead of the count, and Danley just leaving that one over the plate as Burdick was able to get her second homer of the season. As that one's going to break through, so 2 hits for HSE, both of them coming by verdict.
I just saw the replay wraps, and she was running the bases, and she high-fived her. Get her off the team.
So Lee now coming in.
The catcher, number 39, Kid.
First time having a runner on base today for the Royals. The bottom 4 of the order for the Royals, 0 for 4 with 4 Ks. That's fouled back, 0-1.
Yeah, Burdick really having a successful day here when a lot of her fellow Royals have yet to really do anything in the box against Danley.
Has 0-2 early here. Both pitchers just getting by with just using their speed. A lot of strikeouts coming from just that fastball. As an 0-2 count, swing and a miss. And Lee is brought down on strikes for the second time.
Yeah, that one from Danley always a little bit high there, but as you see on the replay, the junior pitcher able to draw the swing and miss.
The rise ball able to deliver, so 1 away. Now for Bricker. Struck out last time around, misses on that one. And it's another 0-2 now for Danley.
Yeah, as you said, a tough position here for Bricker as she struck out in the second, but now an 0-2 count trying to avoid the same result.
The 0-2, that ball skied up in the air, and it's going to drop in the infield, but the force out able to be made at second. So 2 down.
Yeah, and just kind of unfortunate there, a misplay in the infield, but nonetheless able to get the out there. That's 2 outs for the Charger defense, as that one really just skied straight up.
So Cypherline now up with 2 outs. The left-handed hitter struck out looking last time around. Shows bunt. It's caught. And another quick inning there. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Lead remains 1-0. As we head to the bottom of the 5th, the last 9 outs for the Royals coming via strikeout by Swidarski. 9 on the day as 20 strikeouts combined between these 2 pitchers. As it's Schultz, the 8-hitter, now up, struck out looking last time around. Carroll has been able to get some contact, though. 3 hits on the day, but all of them coming via single and 1 walk. Upstairs, 1-1. That one outside, good take by Schultz, who's ahead in the count 2-1.
Yeah, Schultz definitely one of the better hitters on this Charger team, but gonna have to try and get something going here as you said, struck out looking in the 3rd.
She hits that one. That's shallow infield, And the catch is made for out 1. First out, that was a non-strikeout since the first inning. As Bontempo, the 9-hitter, now coming up, was able to put it as a was able to make the count 3-1 her last time up, and Swidarski was able to battle back to get the strikeout. As the 9-hitter Bontempo, Swidarski throws in that one in there for strike 1. Been a good battle here between the two pitchers. Both playing nearly flawless, as that's a strike down the middle. It's 0-2.
Yeah, not a great count here for Bontempo, one of the strikeout victims in the 3rd inning, and now down 0-2, trying to avoid the same fate.
10 strikeouts. Now for Swidarski, 2 away. As that'll bring us back to the top of the lineup. P has been one of the only 3 Chargers not to strike out today. Grounded out in the 1st, reached on a walk in the 3rd. High and away. As the first 4 batters for Carroll actually doing a pretty solid job, hitting a .450 against Swidarski with 3 singles and a walk. The rest of the lineup yet to reach base. As it's now 2-0. Probably Carroll's best opportunity here coming next inning. Top of the lineup needs to be proficient here. As that ball's hit, that one going just shallow enough for Richmond to pick it up, and we head to the 6th. HSE leads it 1-0 over Carroll. As HSE heads up to hit, it's Smith, the 9-hitter. Struck out looking first time around. Shows bunt there. Close play to be made. And she's in there safe on the bunt.
Yeah, that one just not able to be made in time there, as it looked like Loddick was off the bag anyways to try and stretch for that one. Close, though.
Able to use her speed that time around. Kirkpatrick's going to have a mound meeting with Danley as the top of the order. Coming back around here. Danley, if she can hang on here, coming up next for the Chargers would be the heart of the lineup. Kinsey, Danley, and Patterson, the only 3 players that have gotten hits today. As Richmond struck out and flew out in her 2 appearances today. After this game, about 25 minutes after, it will be Carroll against South Bend St. Joe here in the nightcap of our triple header here on the Charger Sports Network here in the Carroll Invitational. As HSC trying to go undefeated, beats South Bend St. Joe 12-0 in 7 innings. Back in game 1. That one's away 2-0. HSE trying to advance to 17-6 on the year. That ball is hit. Fielder's choice is going to be made at second, and Rapson is just going to eat it, so one away now.
Yeah, unfortunately not enough time there to make the double play, but that will see no base runner on second there as one out away.
As there's the bunt by Smith to originally get on base, so HSE has one on, has only achieved 3 hits today. Out one's fouled back as Fair struck out in the first, flew out in the fourth. Oh, 1, that one going to right field, caught, and 2 away quickly.
Yeah, not bad contact on that one, but just kind of died there as it reached the outfield, so 2 away here with the base runner on first for the Royals.
Doing a better job this time around getting contact off the ball. Only 1 strikeout for Danley in the last 2 innings after getting 10 through the first 4. As McCarter, the pinch hitter, now up, appeared in the last game. As McCarter hitting .318 on the season. Does have 1 home run to her name, the only extra base hit that she has through 14 hits. As trying to slap hit that one, it'll go foul. Coming in for right, so the designated player.
What do you say? What do you do? You do like different stuff every game.
As that one's hit, and it's caught, so 3 away quickly there after allowing the bunt single. Carroll, big opportunity coming up here as we enter the bottom of the 6th. As we enter the bottom of the 6th here at the Dean R. Goycich Athletic Complex, HSC leading 1-0 over Carroll, but pivotal inning here for the Chargers. It's Kinsey, Danley, and Patterson, the 3 players that have gotten hits today off of Swidarski, hitting .500 against her today, but they're going to need to get a run here down by 1 as hitters 5 through 9 in the lineup are 0 for 10 against Swidarski today with 8 strikeouts as 1-1 now. Check it, it's actually 9 strikeouts.
Yeah, and time just running out here for the Carroll Chargers. As I said, that this game was going to be a very defensive one. Both pitchers great in the circle, and that home run really has been the difference. It's that one thrown in for ball 2.
And you've seen just a better approach to the plate, too, from the top of the lineup here. The bottom of the lineup just finding themselves down in the count too early. And once that happens, Swidarski has made pretty quick work. 2-1. That one's hit, and that's going to break through the outfield. Extra bases coming here as Kinsey is going to round to third. It's going to be a close play to be made. And she's in there safely. And the tying run has reached third base here in the 6th.
Yeah, a bit of a risky play there by Kinsey to come all the way around to third, but just able to do so as that one immediately good contact. Just going to drop between the center and right fielder there, and he knew that one was extra bases, but just able to get to third there as you see, getting around the tag as you said the game-tying run at third base here for the Carroll Chargers with 0 outs.
Sacrifice now in play as the gamble works out as the throw is beat to her. That one is going to be a big out, though, as Danley grounds out to third. So Kinsey not able to advance home. As I'll bring up Patterson now in a big spot. Sacrifice still in play as it looks like Kinsey got beat there on the throw to third, but was able to avoid the tag and stay safe. So Carroll with the best opportunity of the day. The first time they've reached third base. Only the second time they've had a runner in scoring position. As it's Patterson in a big spot. Whiffs on that one.
Yeah, Patterson had a single on her last time up in the 4th inning, and Chargers would really just take the same result here. Just need one ball to drop to tie this game up.
Out and outside, good take. Patterson with 17 RBI is on the season, tied for third on the team. Has 6 doubles, 4 triples, and 3 home runs, so definitely has the power. And she gets a hold of one. That's at least most likely going to bring in Kinsey. It's going to be a throw at the plate, and we have a tied ball game here in the bottom of the 6th.
Yeah, and finally, it took the Chargers 6 innings, but they're able to score and tie this one up as Patterson just doing her job there, sending that one to right field, and that will see the Chargers score off the sacrifice fly there as we're all tied up.
One of the best games you'll see all year in the area. Pitchers duel, and the run comes in at the right time here in the bottom of the 6th as Kirkpatrick now with 2 strikeouts. 2 outs now. Swidarski trying to bounce back. As check swing is going to be thrown in for strike 1. Fouled back. As great game here in game 2 of our triple header on the Chargers Sports Network. We thank you for joining us. Carson Beeman joined here by Owen McFadden. Swidarski faced 0-2 count. Cuts down Kirkpatrick for the 3rd time today, but Carroll able to bring in Kinsey. Tied game going into the 7th here on the Chargers Sports Network. As the top of the 7th we go, all tied up. As HSE tied for the first time since the 2nd inning will bring up their heart of the lineup. It's Valenta, Burdick, and Lee. As Burdick responsible for 2 of the 3 hits. As it's actually Paris, the pinch hitter, in for Valenta, who has 2 strikeouts today. So trying to get new bats into the game. As that's checked on, and they say she did not go around, so it'll be ball one.
Yeah, and Paris only hitting 120 on 25 at-bats here for the Royals, so. And a 1-0 count here, not necessarily one of the Royals' premier batters.
Yeah, it's 1-1 for the senior. As it's 1-2 now, back-to-back good pitches by Danley. Only one strikeout in the last 2 innings after getting 10 strikeouts through the 4. Would be a big win for the Chargers. That one upstairs.
So similar to last night where Danley kind of did the same thing, really was a strikeout machine in those first couple of innings against Woodland, but kind of tapered off as the game went, fell more into contact as full count here for Danley.
Yeah, gets a lot of her strikeouts through just that fastball / riser, so over time when the velocity goes down, you're bound to give up less strikeouts. Full count, and it's a good take by Paris as the go-ahead run now at first.
Yeah, good job there by Paris, as I said. Only batting 123 hits on the season, but able to take the walk there.
And now it's been the best player today by either of these two teams. Burdick, home run back in the second to give HSE the lead and has gotten a hit back in the 5th. 2 for 2 today. The only player for HSE with multiple hits today. 1-1. They go to check Paris. She slides through. 2-0 count. Danley kind of losing some control here. Has thrown 6 strikes in her 6 balls in her last 8 pitches. And early on that one. As the 2-1 up high. And trying to get back-to-back walks here.
Yeah, just not what you want to see as 7th inning, if the Royals go up, going to be the tall task for the Chargers to try and answer.
And that one's hit, getting over the glove. Runners on first and second with no outs.
Yeah, and Burdick just really having Danley's number here tonight. Unlike any other Royal, 3 for 3 on the day, able to get a single there. And now the Royals with runners at first and second with 0 outs.
Both pitchers showing cracks here in their last appearance in the circle. Danley with a lot of pitches thrown in the last couple of days. Of course, pitched that full game against Woodland in a 9-3 win last night. And has gone through all 7 here so far in this one as
Hitting for the Royals, number 22, Madison Burlingame.
Madison Burlingame now enters a plate, hitting 182 on the season. Coming in for the catcher, Lee. Appeared in the last game. As she shows bunt, trying to advance. It gets plopped down. And it's out number 1, but 2 runners in scoring position now with 1 out. HSE with the opportunity now to go up here. As it's Bricker, struck out in the second, reached on a fielder's choice in the 5th. As it's actually going to be a pinch hitter. As it's Palmer, hitting 143 this season. Only 1 RBI, but the freshman's going to be put in a big situation here.
Number 6, Lily Palmer.
So 3 of the last 4 batters now for the Royals coming as pinch hitters as the lefty will try to give HSE the lead as the hit and run goes foul. Danley in the highest pressure of situations she's had today. First time a runner's been at third base for the Royals. That one thrown in for a strike, and it's now 0-2. Fouled away to stay alive.
Yeah, just a really big strikeout opportunity here as Danley has runners on second and third, but a strikeout here would make the exit of the seventh, or the top of the seventh, a lot easier.
As that's a swing and a miss, and that's a big out coming for Danley.
Yeah, Danley able to put another one down there after letting off a walk and a hit in the inning. So now just looking for one more strikeout if possible here to get out of the inning without any damage.
First strikeout in the last 10 batters for Danley, now with 12 on the day. And it's Seiferlin struck out and lined out on a bunt on her 2 attempts. 0-1 now. Danley trying to get out of the jam here to keep the score tied. That one just upstairs. Seiferlin with no RBIs on the year. Trying to get her first one here in a big spot for the 8-hitter. Just upstairs again. Trying to go slap hit with it. Danley's doing a good job targeting the outside. Two one, and it's a 3-1 count now.
Yeah, Danley really has not found herself often behind in the count, but in this inning she has, and has led to base runners on second and third here, and really does not want to see the bases loaded if possible.
As that's going to be a walk, bases loaded with 2 outs. As second walk of the inning for Danley, had 0 coming into the inning. And now Smith put in a big spot. The 9-hitter struck out looking in the third, was able to reach on a bunt single in the 6th. As that one's down low, important if Danley can get ahead of the count here. Has had 3 different batters that have reached at least 3 balls in this inning. And it's another 2-0. Has been trying to avoid going on the inside due to the hit and runs that HSE has tried to go towards, but has not really found the plate. And it's 3-0.
Yeah, Danley's just going to be forced to find the zone here as another ball is going to see HSC take the lead because of the bases being loaded, as Danley just struggling to find the zone in this inning, needs to take back control.
And Kirkpatrick, the catcher, gonna have a meeting at the circle here. I think if you're Danley, you just have to trust your fielders here and just try to launch it as hard as you can inside. No errors committed by either of these two teams here in the game so far. It's been a clean game. Big 3-0. And it's outside. And HSC gets the bases loaded walk.
And just so unfortunate there in the 4-0 count that sees a runner come home for HSC, as Danley been so solid in this game, just unfortunately kind of tapering off in the 7th inning, and it's been a really tough inning for her and the Chargers defensively as the bases still loaded here and HSC takes the lead.
And it's back to the top of the lineup. 2 straight walks with 2 outs. Coming up huge for the Royals. Richmond 0 for 3 today. Struck out in the first, reached on a fielder's choice in the 6th. That's thrown in for a strike, but I think something that also hasn't really been noticed is that HSC bringing in a lot of left-handed hitters there on the last couple of pinch hitters, and Danley just struggled to get around them. So good piece of coaching there by Puzzi. Andrew Puzzi for HSE. 1-2 with 2 outs. Danley trying to get out with minimal damage done here. And it's going to get through. HSE is going to break this one away, and it's a 2 RBI single and a 3-run lead by the Royals.
Yeah, just unfortunate there. That one just going past the second base as we see a replay here. 2 base runners coming in to score. Danley cuts that one off, not even giving Kirkpatrick a chance to make a play at home as the Royals expand their lead out to 3 runs.
And such a good day for Danley. Just struggled with the control. 3 straight allowed with 2 outs, and HSE breaking it away as fair now 0 for 3 today comes up. That one's fouled. As 0-2. And that one hit to stay alive. But HSE, patient at the plate, was able to get things done. 3 walks in the inning, 2 hits. Up high, 1-2. HSE also a different approach on the base paths. Have not really tried to steal. No stolen bases here in this one. That one just inside 2-2. The 2-2 upstairs is going to advance the runners to second and third. And what was once 0-2, now a full count. Runners on second and third. And that one's hit to the outfield. And it's hit at the warning track, in HSE with a 5-run 7th inning, now up 5.
Yeah, and HSE continuing to really play well here in the top of the 7th. It's just been a disastrous inning here for the Carroll Chargers, and Taylor Danley as so solid through 6. Charger defense just faltering at the wrong time here.
Clears the bases, 4 straight now coming on base after 2 outs in the inning. A heck of a 2-out rally for the Royals, as they look like they're well on their way to win 17 on the year. Carroll trying to avoid their first loss in 6 games. Another 0-2. Carter now the 9th batter to come up in the 7th. That one's hit. Wraps in under it, but HSE getting enough damage done. Carroll's going to have 3 more outs here, trailing by 5 on the Charger Sports Network. After putting up 5 in the top of the 7th, Carroll now having to try to tie it up again, down to their final 3 outs. Rapson, Lotta, and Schultz 0 for 6 today with 5 strikeouts. Gonna need to come up big here as that one's hit by Rapson. It's gonna head foul over the dugout. 0-1 here. Swidarski been pretty good so far. Carroll was able to tie it up in the 6th, but HSE with a heck of a response to break the game away.
It's just unfortunate because it was such a close and competitive game. And just a really costly 7th inning there for the Chargers that's practically put this game out of reach.
And such a good performance by Danley. Just kind of did not have the control there in the 7th. 3 walks, 3 hits allowed. All the runs coming on 2 outs. So 0-2 now. Rapson with 2 strikeouts already today against Swidarski. She delivers in, and it's a swing and a miss. "12 strikeouts today by Swidarski. As Lotta now up 0-2. That one reaching outside. "1-0, that one's delivered in. Okay, well, 2 outs away here. Schultz on deck. That one's hit, going to right field, back to pond, and out number 2 now made.
Yeah, the Chargers down to their last out here, as bottom of the 7th always going to be a extremely tall task to ask for 5 runs here, as HSC really just having the difference there in the top of the 7th inning, as this game very competitive. A great showcase by the Chargers through 6, but as I said, the 7th, a runaway victory for the Royals.
So now Schultz representing the last out. 0-2 today. Struck out looking and popped out in the 5th. The 8 hitter. Swidarski continuing on a great day. Only 1 earned, 12 strikeouts on 3 hits and 1 walk. And down to the last strike now, it's 1-2. The 1-2 just outside. Swidarski looking for her 13th K of the day to try to end it and make the Royals 2-0 on the day. 2-2, swung on, and it's just inside, and they said she didn't swing enough, so we continue to play full count. A close one there by Schultz.
Looked like Schultz thought it was a strike.
3-2 at 2 outs. Close one there. But at last, we continue to play payoff pitch. And we continue on. 2-out walk. So Bontempo, the 9-hitter, is going to be pinch hit for number 14, Heath. So JC Heath, the freshman, is going to try to get it to stay alive. 0 hits through 3 at-bats this season. But if she can get on, bring back the top of the order for the Chargers. Trying to get some life here, but a tough task to ask the freshman to go up against one of the best pitchers in the state. 0-1. Once again, after the conclusion of this one in 25 minutes, it'll be Carroll against South Bend St. Joe in the nightcap of the triple header here. That one thrown in 0-2 down to their final strike. The 0-2 just outside. Great take by Heath. They check first, safe. The 1-2. That ball's hit going to center field. The center fielder can't get it. Heath going to try to go to second. They're going to send him home, and it's a double for Heath to keep the game going off the error.
Yeah, it looks like Heath may be a potential strikeout victim there, but able to make the best of it on her pitch hitting at bat there as she's able to score a run and get to second base.
Able to bring Schultz in, so top of the lineup we go. Carroll trails by 4. P now up, 0 for 2 today, walked in the third. Strike 1 for Swidarski. Heath on second, 0-1 count. Swing and a miss. Once again, another opportunity. Swidarski with 2 strikes has not been able to put away the last 2 batters. P has yet to strike out today. Can she do it here? Swidarski lines up just outside. Another good take. The 1-2. Another outside pitch. Back-to-back good takes as we're even in the count. Two, cut down and missed. Swidarski able to get her 12th strikeout of the day as HSE finishes 2-0 here at the Carroll Invitational as the 5-run 7th inning proves to be the winning combination for the Royals. As we thank everybody for watching Game 2 of the triple header in just about 20 minutes. It will be Carroll against South Bend St. Joe here on the Charger Sports Network. Thank you, everyone, for watching. And thank you to the camera people, Kunal and Carter, Hunter Mitchell and Niang Ming on the production side of things. That was Owen McFadden. I'm Carson Beeman. HSC wins 6-2. Have a great night, everybody. God bless.